I'm about to reveal to you my secret 5-minute scalping strategy that allowed me to make over $3,400 in one day. So, if you're ready to lock in, I'm about to share with you in this video, step by step, this 3-step process that you can apply right now in order to help you become a consistently profitable trader. So the first thing you want to do when you're starting in the markets and you're looking at your charts, the first thing you want to look at is your overall daily or 4-hour bias, right? Now, with this strategy, I mainly focus on the 4-hour and the 1-hour. Try not to focus on anything higher than that because with this strategy, it's going to be a little bit irrelevant. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this was a counter trend trade. However, I do want to teach you how this strategy still works even with going against the trend in this case. So as you can see, this was the beautiful trade that I took this morning. Like I said, during Valentine's Day, we got this beautiful win, about 60 pips profit, which actually ended up profiting over $3,400 profit. You can see right over here. I'm just going to put it on my screen. I'll probably put a screenshot right there, 3,400. And one of the first things you want to do is go on the higher time frame. So let's go over to the higher time frame just to understand what we were looking at. So as you can see, you're looking at the markets, you want to look and understand what direction the market is in. Is it bullish? Is it bearish, right? How do we know if it's bullish or bearish? Well, we need to understand that the market, when it forms these candles going up and down, right, we need to understand levels, right? So if we see, for example, a bullish or bullish and bearish candle, like in this case right over here, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Like say right here, this area over here, right? When we see a bullish and then a bearish candle form, like this area over here, this indicates that this is a level of resistance, right? Because the market was pushing up. You can see that we had all this momentum over here, all these bullish candles come up, and then all of a sudden we had one bearish candle. So what that means basically is that now becomes a level of resistance. When we get a bullish engulfing candle like we did here, that closes and engulfs above that resistance level, and we need to make sure it closes above the wick high, then all of a sudden this now becomes a continuation of that level, and we can see that this is a new higher high being formed. And then this also now becomes the new 4-hour order block. Now it actually goes all the way from wick to wick down here, but because obviously now I have experience in the markets, I don't really put it all the way down, so it's not this big blob, this big block, right? But you always want to make sure that it is from wick to wick, right? And usually it will always be the opposite candle from the new break. So we have a bullish engulfing candle, right? It breaks above these wick highs, and then this bearish engulfing becomes that order block from wick to wick, okay? Now that I have my 4-hour order block all formed, now that we have, not only you can see here, this was another level down here. What did we have, guys? Look at this. We have bearish candle, bullish, another new level, resistance level, and then we had another come up here. It formed a wick, failed to actually close above with the body above this resistance area right here. And what did we see? The next candle here gave us a nice bullish engulfing, this wick high. So that is one break right there. So we have one break and then we have 2 breaks. So we're officially bullish on the 4-hour time frame. That's all I really care about. Now we go down to the 1-hour time frame here. And what we want to understand is, again, sorry, because this is the replay, it's gonna show what happened after. But I also noticed that we had a 1-hour order block right here, right? Why? Again, if we focus on this area right here, we can see that we had a bullish candle here. We have 2 bullish candles. Then we had a bearish candle. What did that form? That formed a level of resistance, that ceiling that we're talking about, right? And so in order for us to see that the market wants to continue to go higher, we need to see a break above that ceiling right here. And what did we end up getting? We actually ended up getting a beautiful bullish engulfing candle, which then indicated to me that not only is this now a nice clean bullish continuation on the 1-hour time frame, but now this is also a nice strong order block on the 1-hour time frame. So again, I marked off my 1-hour order block. And so when I saw the market, none of this over here, I'm just going to highlight this here, none of this candles over here existed. So in my eyes, when I saw it, I was like, okay, there is a shift in the market. We are now starting to look potentially get a retracement on the higher time frame, like the 4-hour. Market has been quite bullish for quite some time, and now there is due for some retracement. However, before we get that retracement, I do want to get in on this counter trend, which I'm going to show you the strategy and how I implemented this. So now I have both my order blocks. I have the 4-hour and the 1-hour order block marked off. I know that I'm bullish overall. I am anticipating a retracement because we are forming these new all-time highs on gold. Then what I did is I then narrowed it down to the 15, and I always like to look at the 15. If there's an order block there, great. If there isn't, it is what it is. Yeah, you can see here we also had a 15-minute order block right here. Why? Again, let's go back. Why is this a 15-minute order block? Well, if you notice over here, we had a bullish here, we had a bearish candle form that formed a level of resistance. Market tried for the next two candles, tried to break above, but failed. But then the next candle right here, you can see the strong momentum candle here actually engulfed that resistance ceiling, right? Let me know in the chat below, in the comments below, if you guys are understanding so far what I'm explaining. Just wait and see how everything pans out. So now we have the direction, now we have our order blocks, and now we're gonna focus on our entry, okay? Pay close attention to this because this is my magic entry candle that you need to really focus on. So then, after I have all my order blocks in check, I'm just gonna put the replay here because otherwise it's not going to show you guys hypothetically how this played out. Then I narrowed it down to the 5 minutes. So as you can see, this is the 5-minute time frame. This is what I saw, and what did we have, guys? It goes back again to what I was just explaining. If you look at it over here, this is just the ceiling that I'm talking about. The market gave us a push down. Cool. That really doesn't matter much, but it pushed down into what? This gray area that you see here, all of this, okay, the higher time frame order block. So in my mind, I know that when the market comes to these areas, I should actually stop for a second and think, hey, okay, you know what? This is a 4-hour, this is a 1-hour, this is a 15-minute, this is also a 5-minute order block zone. Does it mean it's going to respect it? No, not all the time. In fact, sometimes you're going to have price come to these order blocks and it's just going to continue to go down further and break it, right? But there's a higher probability. Why? Because I know that on the 4-hour and on the 1-hour, I am bullish. We are forming those higher highs and higher lows. So that bias is giving me that confidence that we are looking for overall buys. Okay. One thing that you want to focus on here is that you notice that we formed a level, right? What is that level? That's a level of resistance, right? So next for my entry, what I needed was literally a bullish engulfing above that level of resistance. And then I would have took my entry. And if we actually play this out, this was the trade that I said, like I said, this is the trade from this morning that made me over $3,400 profit. And as you can see, if we play this out, I waited. I had a beautiful closure right over here, and you can see right here at 9:10. And let's take a look and see what ended up happening here. So as you can see, TP2 was smashed. This was a beautiful trade. I understood that there was an order block here as well for sells right over here. Okay. I also understood that we were pretty much overbought. We were at all-time highs. So I knew that on the higher time frames, we were basically at the highest high and we needed to see a sort of retracement. So this is why you have to be cautious and understand overall market structure and price action. But this ended up playing beautifully. Like I said, it was a quick in and out. Had this, if you're wondering what this red line right here is, this is actually my TP1. I usually typically set alerts over here, and then I set a TP1 alert and a TP2 alert. But as you can see, the moment that we actually finally got that bullish engulfing closure above that, remember, resistance high ceiling, we got that beautiful bullish candle engulfing it over. We saw this beautiful momentum to the upside, and that's what allowed me to get a beautiful 1-to-2 risk reward ratio. And that's all it really takes. So if you guys want to learn how to become a consistently profitable trader, also make sure that you guys check out my VIP Inner Circle. The links are in the video description below, and you can learn how to become a consistently profitable trader because I do weekly live Zoom calls with all of my students. And I'm telling you, that stuff is life-changing, especially when I first started. If I look back and I were to cut time, if there was some sort of a shortcut, it's definitely having that mentorship, that guidance. So if you're interested in joining my VIP, go and check it out. The link is in the video description below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you also watch this video right over here.